most. It's the one, the apostle, the prophet, the cosmic commander. Y'all know what time it is. What? Wind down Wednesday, baby. Therapy with a sip, grown folk conversation. Oh, yeah, we're going to have an amazing time tonight. I have an amazing wine for my vegan family tonight. I'm going to break out on you guys a red wine for you all. We're not remiss to honor our vegan brothers and sisters, right? So that we can have an amazing time. So listen, you all know what we do, right? It's indefatigably understood now. It's untiringly understood that when we come in, we do what? We hit that share button, right? We share because sharing is what? Caring, that's right. And then we let everyone know where we're hailing from, correct? Yes, indeed. I want to know where you're hailing from. Listen, I'm in South Kakalaki, baby. Yes, indeed, South Kakalaki. Originally from the great state of Illinois. I'm one of them Illinois boys. Yes, indeed. So listen, for you, for me, and for us, hit that share button. And I'm going to do sharing. So please, please, please share with me and enjoy the ambience in the background. Is that okay? As we share and as you all come in. Okay. Gratitude, gratitude. My Wednesdays are always set aside for my meditation time to prepare a table for you guys that when you come in, we can have an amazing, amazing conversation, right? We can have an amazing conversation. Okay. All right. So let me get to the share button here. Switch over here and see if we can get in here and share a little bit. How you guys doing tonight? Listen, if you're on the timeline, let me know you're on the timeline. I know you're in the room, but I can't see you. They haven't brought you guys up yet. So let's see what's going on. We're going to have an amazing topic tonight. Interesting enough, number one KP, Coach Kimberly Purdue put a meme out there. I'm not sure if you guys caught it. If you follow me and you follow her, I'm quite sure you've seen this meme. Hey, Ruben, what's going on? Thank you for stopping by, man. This is Wind Down Wednesday. I'm your host with the most. I'm the one, the apostle, the prophet, the cosmic commander. This is the come and have grown folk conversation. It is a safe space and really, really, really enjoy yourself. Okay? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Naismith. Thank you for coming in. Thank you all for stopping by. So please, those of you that are on YouTube, please, for you, for me, and for us, like and subscribe. Subscribe and like. All right? We're trying to get our numbers up. Please help us get our numbers up. I see you all out there on YouTube. I see that you're in the room. Please subscribe and like. Help us get our numbers up, please. Gratitude, gratitude. Okay, so I'm going to put the topic out here for you guys on YouTube, or you can see it already out there. Are people victim of their own circumstances? I see you, JP, the Prince of Peace is in the house. I see you. So let's share. And we'll get ready for this conversation. We'll get ready to pour up this wine, right? And then we'll kick it like grown folk. Yeah. So are people victim of their own circumstances? So if you're on the timeline out there now, please repost that so that when the family gets in the room, they'll know what's going on. Okay. So again, for those of you that may just be stopping by, this is called Wind Down Wednesday, Therapy with a Sip Grown Folk Conversation. And what we like to do here in Wind Down Wednesday is have low key therapy. And the people that come in on the timeline all share. We use what we refer to as the talkback system. Hey, Lavelle, priestess. We use the talkback system where we talk it up, we chat it up. There's a chat going on the timeline. There's a chat going on with me, and it's a safe space, right? So if knuckleheads come in here, we just boot them out the room. But we want you to know that this is a safe space for you to come and enjoy yourself. Okay. So let me do a little sharing and you all enjoy the ambience that's in the background, a little Paris night jazz that's playing in the background. And of course, this is free music so that through the social media platforms, they would know that it's free music that you can play live. So let me do a little sharing because sharing is again caring, right? Okay. So let me do that. So how was you guys Wednesday, also known as Hump Day? How was your Hump Day today? What you guys do today? Yes, indeed. Again, like I shared, I was meditating, um, preparing for tonight to have a great conversation with you guys. Okay. Yes, indeed. So let me see here. Also, for point of information, tonight's podcast is being brought to you by and sponsored by none other than the Prince of Peace, Queen Octavia, the master teacher, the quantum shifter, the shapeshifter, the code breaker, also Osun, and also T Swin, Man Can Always Be Wrong podcast. You all can catch him on YouTube. Also, he has a book out. Love is for Suckers. Let me get a plug real quick. Love is for Suckers, T Swin. If you get an opportunity, please pick that up. It's a great read. And if you have any paraphernalia that you want, of course, advertise, please send it to me. However, I'm not going to pay for it because you're going to get free advertisement. Okay, fam? So, and then shout out. Um, we got in a new backdrop. Let me see if I can move out of the way so you guys can see this. Look at that. Isn't that nice? Yes, Wind Down Wednesday, baby. You hanging out with your host with the most, the one, the apostle, the prophet, the cosmic commander. Shout out to Queen Octavia. Donated that so that we can switch up and keep it moving. Is that all right, fam? Yes, indeed. Wind Down Wednesday. So I'm just doing a little sharing. You all share with me, and we'll get into this conversation. Again, tonight's topic or conversation is going to be: are people victim of their own circumstances? Okay. Now, what happened? Now, what happened was what happened was um, number one KP or Kimberly Purdue, Coach Kimberly Purdue put a meme out there, and I put this meme out there some time ago. I think maybe a year or so ago, and she reposted it. And I thought that it applied to what's going on now in the theater of thought. The meme reads, people create their own set of circumstances and then become the victim of it. Isn't that interesting? That's the totality of that meme that was placed out there. It says, people create their own set of circumstances and then become the victim of it. How many of you all know that people are always creating situations and circumstances for themselves and then they become the victim of it? Isn't that interesting? That's really something to take note of. But she posted that, and I thought it was real interesting, and people were really tapping on it. So I said, you know what? That'd be a great topic for Wind Down Wednesday. Yes, indeed. That that will be an amazing topic for Wind Down Wednesday. And of course it is. And we get ready to get into it here in just a few moments. And I'm going to introduce you all to a nice wine. And then for my sippers, of course, you all know we're going to be working with that 1738. Is that right? Y'all know how we do it. 1738. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, so let me do a little sharing real quick. Okay. Real quick, let me see here. How's everybody? Y'all good out there? Let's chat it up. Tell me what did y'all do today? What was on your? There we go. Just looking through and sharing you all. Please share. Okay. Sipping on some cotton candy soda, says the priestess. I hear you. Yes, indeed. That's nice. So I'm just trying to get a few more of these shares in, family. Just give me a couple of seconds here. Okay. And we can get this going. Of course, you all know you have to build your audience, so we know how that goes. So when you really want to be in the house, you'll be patient enough to get that sharing in, right? Thank you all for sharing. Thank you all for participating. With extended grateful gratitude, thank you all for tuning in. Okay? Yes, indeed. Oh, yeah. Wind Down Wednesday. All right. Just a couple of more shares here and then we can get at it. Okay. There we go. Yes, indeed. Hit that share button. Put a little reverb on here. We said, hit that share button. All right, fam. Y'all in the house. Y'all ready to get this party started, right? VV 5564. Yes, indeed. I just seen you, VV. How you doing? VV 5564. We was busy doing a little sharing. You know how it is when you share. You're going to look up every now and then and get back to your audience. if you still there. Yes, indeed. We recognize you. You and Wind Down Wednesday, baby, with your host with the most. It's the one, the apostle, the prophet, the cosmic commander. Yes, indeed. Y'all ready to pour this wine up? Y'all ready to get ready? To get ready, to get ready? To get ready to get started? Let's get ready to get started. Hit that share button one more time before we get into it. And we're going to pour this wine up and we're going to get into this conversation. Is that all right? Okay. Yes, indeed. Get started. Hit that share button one more time before we get into it. Yes, indeed. Yes, and see TB in the house. Tony Brady, I see you. That's Fayetteville, North Carolina. We got also the Sergeant at Arms in the house tonight. Oh, that's Little Rock, Arkansas, baby. Oh, we showing out tonight. I see South Kakalaki in the house. I see we got the Windy City in the house, Chicago. We got the ATL in the house tonight. Oh, yeah, we about to rip one tonight, y'all. Tonight's topic again is, listen to this. Are people victims of their own circumstances? You heard what I said. You heard what I said. I said, are people victims of their own what? Circumstances. How many of you all know someone that's a victim of their own circumstances? Oh, I see you in the house, Ocean of Thoughts. That's none other than our very own Rosalind. That's New York in the house, fam. Then I see Alphine in the house. That's the VA in the house. We got Virginia in the house. We out here on this East Coast representing tonight. Hey, where's 217 at? Is 217 in the house tonight? As we get ready to get this conversation on real strong. So we're going to pour this wine up. Y'all ready to pour up this wine? Yes, indeed. Are people victim of their own circumstances? We're going to talk about on tonight in Wine Down Wednesday. And once again, tonight's podcast is being brought to you by the Prince of Peace, Octavia, the Master Teacher, the Quantum Shifter, the Shapeshifter, the Code Breaker, and Queen Osun and T Swin, Men Can Always Be Wrong podcast. Y'all ready to get into this conversation? Let's pull up this. Hey, go ahead and put the toast out there. Hey, Queen Osun. Oh, Queen Osun is in the house. Oh, you snuck in the back door. I didn't see you. What's going on? Did you get in? You finally got in? Yeah, JP shared it. Yeah, I know it's a little funny and tricky trying to get up in here sometimes, but this is why I want everybody to share it so that, yeah, Vivian 5564 said, let there be light. I forgot to mention I liked and subscribe. Gratitude, Vivian 5564. Tonight's topic we're going to be dealing with are people victim of their own circumstances. Let me know, what do you think about that? What did I do to your cheesecake? Okay. Oh my God. Yes, indeed. All right. So let's pour up this wine. Let me introduce this wine. And while I'm introducing the wine, someone put the toast out there. Okay. This is a vegan wine, interestingly, and it's also organic. It's called Our Daily Red. It is a red wine. Look at that. It's a red wine. It's vegan. Show you on the back so you can see it. See the word vegan? For the ones who get it done. Yeah. For the word vegan. Isn't that interesting? That's why millions of maintenance and repair pros. Isn't that interesting? And it's organic. It's a red wine and it's organic. Okay. All right. Okay, let's pull up this bale. Oh, there it is. You know that's when we go to the restaurant and pay $14.99 for a glass of wine. Y'all know all they're gonna do is give us that bale. Isn't that something? So let me look out here and see if I can find the toast. Okay. Okay. All right. Did someone put the toast out there yet? You all want me to do it? Listen, also, while we getting ready for the toast, listen, shout out to myself. Self, shout out to you tonight in Wind Down Wednesday, the host with the most, the one. Shout out to myself. It is my birthday month. Yes, it is my birthday month. Y'all, listen here. Oh, I'm rotating. So Sunday will be my official day. So those of you, while you're here and you want to get an opportunity to do so, they will put the donation information out there on the timeline for you. Okay? The information is out there it will be out there on the timeline for you. My Cash App, my PayPal. They're going to put that information out there. I see that Sergeant at Arms Kiana has given the toast. She says, "Toast to you, Baba." That means father. So, salute, salute, salute. Mm, that is delicious, family. Oh, you can taste that wood in there. And it's effervescent. It's really good. And also to my sippers. Y'all know what we do. What? 1738, baby. Salute. All right, y'all ready to get this conversation on? Let's get this conversation on. And as I was mentioning earlier, let me go back and do this because number one KP, what she did was she posted this earlier this week. It was a meme that I put out there over a year or so ago. And in its entirety, it says, people create their own set of circumstances and then become the victims of it. Now, that's the meme that was put out there. So now I kind of piggybacked on that because everyone was tapping on it. Okay. So I said, well, let's deal with that in Wind Down Wednesday in a safe space where grown folk can conversate, right? So the question is asked, are people victim of their own circumstances? What say y'all? I'm going to be led by you all's conversation on tonight, as every night. Y'all know how we do it. We use that talkback system. Let me go up the timeline to see if anyone has already. Oh, 910 in the house. Yeah. See if anyone else, or to see if anyone, 501 in the house, to see if anyone. Okay. Okay. Thank you for that, priestess. Okay. The Prince of Peace says, J.P. Hall says, listen to this. OMG. Yes, people are always crying about some negative circumstances that they created for themselves. And he says, laugh out loud. Yes, indeed. They created for themselves, and then they look to blame someone else for what they have created for themselves. Isn't that interesting? And that's a fact. And I'm quite sure we all know someone or some persons that does this, right? Where they create these set of circumstances and then they become the victim of what they created. And it's almost like, you know what I'm saying? You dig in a ditch for someone else and then you fall in it yourself. Oh, come on, let's talk about it tonight on Wind Down Wednesday with your host with the most. Yes, indeed. Yes. Thank you, JP, for that. Happy birthday to me. Yes, indeed. Also, shout out big fella out of the ATL, Benji Frazier, will be turning up tomorrow. Yes, indeed, in the ATL. Benji Frazier 217 by way of the ATL will be turning up. Shout out to you, man. Happy birthday to you. And the Aries, come on here. Oh, make some noise. Ooh, chi, chi, wow. Make some noise. It's our season now. Pisces, it's over with for you, baby. Shout out to you. Hey, I see you, Michelle. What's going on? Glad that you can join us up in here. Listen on Wind Down Wednesday, Therapy with a Sip. Yes, indeed. One more time before we go ahead and get into this conversation. Let's toast it up. One more time. One more time. Shout out. Salute, salute, salute. Hey, JJ. I may get through a bale tonight. I may get through a glass tonight, right? Okay. To my sippers. Okay, Michelle says there are no absolutes and no one knows their own future, and they are not supposed to. Are you sure you're not supposed to know the future? Elaborate a little bit more on that, Michelle. Right? I'm not quite sure about that. I push back a little bit on not knowing the future. I think it's probably profitable for us to. Are you saying in terms of the world, or are you saying in terms of individuals should not know the future? I'm not quite sure where you're going with that. So give us a little bit more on that, and so that we can be clear on that. I don't want to go off half cocked, and I'm going to read it again. There are no absolutes, and no one knows their own future, and they are not supposed to. Okay, so there's layers to that. I'm supposing that there are layers to that. For example, are you saying that you should know in terms of when you may transition? You should know that, or are you saying you should know the future in terms of knowing if you're going to have children or not? So there's layers to that. So will you please kind of come in on that a little bit more, get a little deeper with that, with a little bit more clarity? Okay. Okay. Let me get into this. Let me see this. Okay. So are you guys' feed coming through all right? Okay. 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 All right. So Michelle says, yes, no one is supposed to know their own future and cannot predict the results of all actions. Okay. Now, what is your how do you substantiate that? How do you substantiate that? What are you basing that upon? What are your facts? What where can you elaborate on that? Because I need to know what your facts are, your basis from which you drew that conclusion from to say that we are not supposed to know the future. Right? Okay. So, yes. So, what say the family? What say you all? You all are still in the room. What say you all? Let me see what we got going on out here. Prinsky. Greetings. How are you? Thank you. Prinsky says, very true on YouTube. Yes, indeed. Uh, she said, yes, indeed. People are victims of their own circumstances. Okay. So, you can only hope that things turn out the way you would want things to go. Okay. So you said you can only hope that things turn out the way you would want things to go. Okay. So then you're basing that off of your own opinion and you really have no information to substantiate that, right? That you're basing that from. Is that correct? Is that your opinion and your thinking? And if that's your opinion and your thinking, yes, indeed, you are entitled to that. But if there is some factual evidence that can prove why you think and feel like that, please share that with us. Okay? Please share that with us. Okay? Yes, please share that with us. Okay. The Prince of Peace says, okay. Prince of Peace says, and I'm going to get back to Michelle in just a second. Prince of Peace says, misery loves company, and people also create negative situations for themselves to get attention from others. Oh, so true. Um, but the unintended consequences is that they can't measure it. So, in other words, the Prince of Peace saying that they can't measure for unintended consequences. However much they measured for the consequences, I'm assuming, they may have measured for them, but they could not, in all earnest, measure unintended consequences. I see. I feel you. I hear you. So let me go back up to Michelle here just for a second, family, and let's walk through this because she's saying something that's very powerful, and I think it's personal to her. You can only hope that things turn out the way you want things to. At best, that's all we can do is hope for things. Now, let's just say what you're saying is true. We can only hope. But however, if you look at the word hope, Michelle, listen to this. If you look at the word hope and you take that word hope into the Greek, the word is elpo. Comes from another Greek word called elpis. And what it actually means is to be looking forward to a good meal or to be in expectations. So if what you're saying when you say hope, you're actually saying that you're in expectation. So when you're in expectation for something, you're simply only waiting to advance to the event or the occurrence so that it can eventually happen, right? So now, if there is an event or occurrence that has already been pre-deposited in time, then there is the ability to use penetrating vision or also use remote viewing to see that it's there and you can see into the future. Let me give you a simple example of dealing with the future. I'm going to make it real simplistic. Watch this, I'm going to put it right in your lap. Advancing into the future and knowing what's going to happen can be as simple as going back to the mid 70s, late 70s, early 80s. You all remember when we used to have those recorders that you can call on the phone and you can leave a message on the recorder. For example, someone can call your home and if you're not there, your answering machine would pick up and record the message, right? Your answering machine would literally pick up and record the message, right? But note that you're still at work. So once you get off work and you're headed home, you get off at 5, you get home by 5:30, 6 o'clock. And you go in and you hit that little button and it gives you a recording, right? But guess what? That recording had advanced into the future. Where did it come from? From the past? Because they called earlier and left it, and then you advance to where it was deposited and got the message. This is how it works when we're being prophetic, clairvoyant, or telepathic, or empath. This is how this thing is working. So we're able to tap into the future and view things and see them and know what they are and tell you how they're going to happen and sometimes when they're going to happen. So I'm not sure where you're going with that because, as I shared, it is layered, right? Anyone else has ever experienced anything like that? So let me get back to Michelle because Michelle has placed something else on the timeline. Michelle says, when you set things in motion, no matter what variables I'm thinking that you're saying, you think you covered, there is still an unknown factor that you cannot determine. Well, that's along the lines of what Printer Peace or JP just mentioned when he talked about unintended consequences. There are things that you cannot account for. But, however, if you're specific to what you are revealing, then what that does, it places itself in a position where nothing but that particular occurrence or event can happen, right? So, in other words, when you are specific to point, nothing but that specific event occurrence can happen. Now, I understand when you're vague in what you're saying, because sometimes in your vagueness, you leave out what we refer to as what? Details. It's not detailed, nor is it clear, right? You're not doing it with clarity. And oftentimes, this happens when you're dealing with a neophyte. This happens when you're dealing with someone that is not skilled with their gift or gifts. And interesting enough, I'm dealing with that in a book that I'm finishing up on now called When You Get Struck. I'm dealing with mentees and dealing with neophytes and dealing with how it is best to be properly mentored by a lifelong learned teacher so that you can learn the nuances of how these things actually operate, right? And the motive of them. So it's very important. Yes. Okay, now we're chopping it up out here. Let's talk about it, family. The master teacher, the quantum shifter, the shapeshifter, the code breaker says, for educational purposes only, we have been religiously taught to walk in blind faith. Therefore, he goes on to say, there is an element of doubt because there is no assurance. There it is. However, the word faith is actually the Greek word pistis, which means trust. Trust. Let me get it. It's jumping on me. Here it is. However, listen to what the master teacher says. However, the word faith is actually the Greek word pistis. Keeps jumping on me, which means trust. Confidence, or that which has already been stated, and that which the Almighty Ones know. As a result, faith is an assurance of various occurrences. So, in what the master teacher is stating, and he is substantiating that with the fact that the word faith is the Greek word pistis. So he's working from a definition. I see you, Kizzy. Hola. So he's working from definition. In other words, he's validating what he's saying. He is saying faith is not blind. Faith is, it actually means to have the confidence. Not only the confidence, but it means to have the assurance. And assurance always means that when you have assurance, that means that it's going to absolutely happen, right? Excuse me. So when you're dealing with faith, the word, which is the Greek word again, pistis, you're dealing with knowledge or knowing. It also means fidelity. It means also to be able to replicate, not only just replicate, excuse me, it means to duplicate. Not only does it mean to duplicate, but it also means to replicate. In other words, what I'm saying is that it has the ability to become what the original thing really is. When you begin to deal with what you're dealing with, you have the ability to become what the real thing really is. You can replicate it. Are you listening to me? We in Wind Down Wednesday, baby. Hanging out with your host with the most, the one, the apostle, the prophet, the cosmic commander. Listen, with that one, we need to take a toast on that right there. The master teacher dropped a bomb on me. He and Michelle, amazing information. Yes, indeed. Listen. Salute, salute, salute. To my sippers. All right. All right. Let me go back in. Let me go back in here, boy. Y'all finna get ready to do it. As the old song said, do it, Roger, do it. Yeah. Excuse me. These sinuses, y'all, and y'all know all of that pollen is just blowing around. Okay. Let's go down a little bit here. Okay, let's go to Osun. Osun says, Queen Osun says, so I don't know about anyone else. I'm going to talk about me. My resolution this year is don't make the same mistakes twice. So I definitely recently created my own circumstances. I actively manifested everything in my life right now. Talk about it, Osun. Excuse me, family. Okay. So just careful what you pray for. Be careful what you pray for. And I know what she's saying. Because when you get it, it may not turn out how you envisioned it. Okay, those are along some of the lines, which is Michelle is speaking about as well. Sometimes we don't know what we're actually asking for. Excuse me, fam. Let me relieve myself here of some of this mucus. Excuse me. Excuse me, fam. I am allergic to pollen, you all. It breaks me out. I itch. Uh, just mucus just leaks from my nose. But yeah, so that was along the lines of what Michelle was saying, as Osun is saying. See, we're all here as a family because we're having these real grown folk conversations, right? Grown folk. Okay. So she says, be careful what you pray for because you just might get it. And that is so true. So you just might get it. So, and it may not turn out to be what you envision. So, and this kind of what Michelle was speaking of earlier. Hey, the love gangsters in the house, fam. Yeah, the love gangster, J Love, baby. Turning a moment into a movement, an amazing podcast. I was over there on Friday. She had an excellent, excellent session over there. So if you ever get a chance, please, J Love, for you, for me, and for us, please put your info out there on the timeline if you're still in the room. All right. So getting back to this. So we our comments are meant to complement each other and not downgrade each other, right? We're here for what? Therapy with a sip. We're here low-key giving therapy to each other. We're going to be answering each other throughout these comments and throughout the conversation that I'm giving. Is that right? Let's have fun with this. This is a safe space. All right. So, Queen Osun goes on to say, you may not be ready or in a position to maintain, or you simply don't want it anymore. Yes. Either way, my choices, my actions, my responsibilities, whether my circumstances are successful or not. And she goes on to say, I don't play the victim. Come on here. I'm not a victim of my own circumstances. Okay. But if you aren't actively manifesting your future, then you certainly are a victim. And I digress. So here's Osun saying that, listen, you have to take ownership and responsibility for what it is that you're trying to demonstrate. You're sitting here praying or asking for something, but when it develops, it may not develop how you envisioned it to, right? So therefore, be precise and intentional with what it is that you're doing so that it will manifest according to what you spoke. So when you advance to it, you will do what? You will recognize it. Oh, come on, talk to me. It's Wind Down Wednesday, Grown Folk Conversation. Tonight's podcast, again, is being brought to you by none other than the Prince of Peace, Queen Octavia, the Master Teacher, the Quantum Shifter, the Shapeshifter, the Code Breaker, Queen Osun. Also, T-Swin, Men Can Always Be Wrong podcast. And also, shout out, if she's still in the room, to our very own Rosalind McLean Severin. Listen, Rosalind, if you're here, please put your information on the timeline. She received an amazing award for her writings, family. We do have some top-notch, top-tier, professional, and overachievers in Wind Down Wednesday. Yes, indeed. Yes, we do. Professional. Hold on, fam. Hold on. All right, listen, if you haven't had an opportunity, this is where I take a minute, just a second to pause for the calls. For those of you that are on YouTube as well. And as well as, of course, Facebook. And those will be joining in later on. This is where I take a moment and pause. I am a content creator. And I do need your financial support. So, if you have the ability to, and you feel prompt to, or you feel an unction to, donate, right? Nothing is too small, nothing is too large, right? We just need you to participate in the giving process. So do that for you, for me, and for us. For Wind Down Wednesday, Therapy with a Sip, Grown Folk Conversation. And if you haven't had an opportunity to, you've been missing a gem dandy of a time. Oh, yes, you have. I'm going to say it one more time. You've been missing a gem dandy of a time if you haven't been catching the Truth Session on Saturdays, 3 p.m. Central, 4 p.m. Eastern Time, with none other than the Master Teacher, the Quantum Shifter, the Shapeshifter, the Code Breaker, baby. He's been laying down that quantum information, which will cost you thousands of dollars to get. You have to go to school to get this information that he's giving you. You don't want to miss this, family. It's free. You can come in and get it because you're going to need it. And those of you that are on a spiritual journey, and those of you that are saying that you are awake, you're going to need this information to integrate it into your system of movement and development so that you can grow exponentially. Again, True Session, Saturdays, 3 p.m. Central, 4 p.m. Eastern times, baby. With the master teacher, the quantum shifter, the shape shifter, the code breaker. And yours truly, the one, the host with the most, will be back on the True Session in April. Yes, indeed. I will be joining him in April, and we'll be back in there for you all so that we can have an amazing time. We can grow some more. Is that all right? Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So, with that, let me see. So, if you donate, so that I don't miss you, thank you for your donation, Prince of Peace. So, if you donate, please put it on the timeline. Okay, family? So that we can shout you out. We want to recognize you. Okay? Now, before we get into this B side, we're getting ready to get on the B side of our conversation, and we're going to get you up out of here. But while we're still on the A side, going to the B side, let's get us another toast up in here. Is that all right? With your host with the most, the one, the apostle, the prophet, the Cosmic Commander. Oh, yeah. I think y'all going to get me through a bell tonight. How about that? So I'll give the toast on this go around. Watch this. May you live forever, and shall I never die. Salute. Family, this is so delicious. This is so delicious, family. I got to pour up another bell. Is that all right? And then we're going to move on into this discussion. It's an amazing discussion tonight. I went a little bit over my bell, but that's okay. All right. Remember, tonight's wine is our daily red. Remember, I shared with you all that it is an organic wine, specifically crafted for vegans. So we was just letting our vegan people know that we're not leaving you behind. We right there with you. Y'all better get with the program, baby. Get with the program. If you like what you see, get with the program. Yes, indeed. To my sippers, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, gods and goddesses. Salute. Yes, of course. I'm pretty sure you probably can tell that, you know what? The wine is taking effect on the one. It's Wine Down Wednesday. Therapy with a sip, grown folk conversation. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Hey, listen, family, send some healing energy to, of course, Rosalind. She's a little bit under the weather. She says she's taking in some ginger, turmeric, honey. Yes, that does work. Yes, indeed. I see you, J Love. I ain't fooling up with you. The love gangster. I ain't fooling up with you. Yes, indeed. But you're doing an amazing job over there. You know, turning a moment into a movement. I just want to shout you out. And this is what we don't do. We don't shout each other out. We don't put each other on. We don't do the things that are necessary for progression. And we wonder why. Because when we get an opportunity to do this, this is what we should be doing. What do you think about that, fam? If you think that we should be helping each other and putting each other on, put a one out there. If we're on the same page, put a one out there. YouTube, Facebook, put a one out there. If you're still online. On YouTube, if you're still online, put a one out there. All right. Oh, Dr. Clear in the house. Is Dr. Clear in the house? Dr. Clear, shout out to you. Hold on. I got her over here too, y'all. Y'all know we shout her out all the time. You still in the house, Doc? If you still in the house, put a finger in the air. If you're still in the house, put a finger in the air. Let me know you're out there. Listen, she has a book out. It's a journal. It's called Creating the Amazing You. You can look her up. She online. Listen here, hit her in a DM, and she can get that to you. I told y'all, hey, we got some high flyers that hang out with us. Dr. Clear, that's ATL, baby. Y'all shoot us something. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And again, hold on. And again, like I shared with y'all, Rosalind, and she has a children book also that I'm gonna get an opportunity to introduce you guys to. But Ocean of Thoughts um, is a series that she has out, and it's very powerful. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. All right, fam, y'all in the house tonight. All right, all right, all right. I see you. I see you. Okay. Let me go back up the timeline. Osun says exactly intentional. Yes. Let me get to yes. Thank you, J Love, for that. J Love said, "Watch us Fridays 8:30 p.m. Eastern times on Turning a Moment into a Movement podcast." It's and it's very informative, family. And if you are not into educating yourself, you're probably going to try to wash it off. But if you're really into educating and downloading information, this is the place that you want to be, right? Turning a moment into a movement podcast with our girl, the love gangster, J Love. J Love. All right. Okay, so let's get to Kizzy. Let's get to Kizzy. Kizzy, come está usted? What's going on? What's happening? Shout out, fam. Salute. Uh-oh, Lalisa in the house, 217, baby. I was wondering if 217 was going to represent tonight, y'all. There she is. Hey, Queen Lalisa. What's going on, beautiful? All right. Y'all done fool around and gave me this microphone. Listen, I don't know what's in that vegan wine, but ooh wee, it's off the chain. Hold on, let me see. Listen, there are no additives. Wait a minute, let me put my glasses down over my nose. Y'all know when you reach that certain age, pull your glasses down over your nose. Okay. Okay, so no added sulfites may contain naturally occurring sulfites. Oh, that's good because it won't bother your heart. Okay. So let's see what the content is in here if they give it. Because I'm telling you, it's. I. Yeah, give me just a second to see if I can find it. It doesn't look like they have it on this demonstration. Oh, there it is. Oh, I see why. This demonstration family is 13% by volume. Oh my. My. Yeah, it's on like a telephone. All right, but I enjoy doing this. Queen Lilisa said, I just woke up. I can hear you not about leave me alone, Fitzgerald. And for those of you that don't know, that's my middle name, Fitzgerald. And the people back home normally refers to me as Fitz. They cut it short because most of the people couldn't enunciate it. It's a strange name for a black man. No, being funny. But I got that because I was born during the time that Kennedy was president. Y'all remember JFK? They really never say his complete name, but his middle name is Fitzgerald. John Fitzgerald Kennedy. That's where I got my middle name from. My middle name is Fitzgerald. So I'm commonly referred to as Fitz. Fitz. Z as in zebra. Fitz. Hey, Fitz. What's up, Fitz? Isn't that something? Hey, Fitz. What's up, Fitz? But in its totality, it is, with a little reverb, Fitzgerald. I'm not fooling up with you, Queen Lisa. I'm 217. Stop it. All right, y'all. It's Wind Down Wednesday, baby. It's therapy with a sip grown folk conversation. Tonight's conversation is what? Are people victim of their own circumstances? And this podcast is brought to you by the Prince of Peace, Queen Octavia, the master teacher, the quantum shifter, the shapeshifter, the code breaker, baby, Queen Osun. Also, T Swin, Men Can Always Be Wrong podcast. Also, you can catch T Swin stories by T Swin on the podcast on YouTube. So listen, let us get back to this. We're on the B side and we get ready to get up out of here in just a few. All right. Okay, Kizzy. So Kizzy says, right into regards, Michelle, people pray for a partner. Then when they're not ready for it, they having someone take up your space, time, someone you have to compromise for, and now you miss your solitude, being single, not having to answer to someone. Okay. So yes, be careful what you wish for. This is what that little person I always talk about it. She know it. He always talking about me. He call me a little midget. But she's a little person. She's not a midget. She's just a little short person. But that's my daughter. Kizzy, the inspirational queen. One thing I can count on about her, she'll tell you, I'm going to be fashionably late. Right? That's my baby. Queen Kizzy. So let me read this again, that we can get the thought out of this and the understanding. For the understanding. Right into regards to Michelle, what Michelle spoke earlier, you all heard me recite that. People pray for a partner, then when they're not ready for it, they have someone to take up your space. When they're not ready for it, and then you have someone to take your space, time, you have to compromise for, and now you miss your solitude, being single, not having to answer to someone, etc. So yes, be careful what you ask for, right? So that's in regards to what Michelle was talking about earlier, and she put that out there. And this is, see how many layers are being peeled back? Remember, I shared that, Michelle, this is layered. It has some layers to it, right? Okay, thank you, JP. Listen, for those of you that don't know, this is my birthday month, my born day, my day of entrance, my birthday. So if you would like to donate, the information is out there. I think they have it pinned. Did you pin it on the timeline? If not, please pin it on the timeline, JP, because you can. You're a mod in Wind Down Wednesday on the Wind Down Wednesday page. Okay. All right. So let me see if anyone else donated. If you're donating, please let us know so we can shout you out because I can't see all of you guys. All right. Okay. Yes. 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 Okay. Thank you, Master Teacher Samuel. And for those of you that don't know, that's the correct Hebrew rendering of the name you call Samuel. It's Samuel. Okay. So you like what you see? You better put a hold on it. Laugh out loud. Yes, indeed. You better put a hold on, baby. If you like what you see. Yes, indeed. Inspirational Queen Kizzy says, not much pop, just chilling. You already know. You know I already know. You're going to be in short term in a minute. You understand me? Yes, indeed. So Kizzy say, hey, good thing comes in small packages. Papa. Let my ass up. 217, Queen Lalisa Rochelle says, make sure ready for what you ask for. If you're not ready, you will soon be complaining because what you ask for will fail. It would ultimately fail. Oh, Queen Octavia. I guess she joined none other than Queen Kizzy tonight, y'all. She's fashionably late. No, but she was out. She had to take care of some important business tonight. So she's just tuning in on us, which is great. Thank you, Queen Octavia. So what y'all think? In wrapping this up, let's get ready to wrap it up. So what? What do you guys think? Right? So as we wrap this up again, what do you all think? And before we wrap it up, hold on, let's get another sip because I'm feeling good. Queen Octavia, y'all says, be easy on me. Be easy on me. Okay. Be easy on me. Hey, if you ever notice, I never be easy on inspirational Queen Kizzy. Always with a hammer. Y'all know what time it is. What is Wind Down Wednesday? Hanging out with your host with the most. Y'all know we really getting better at this in terms of support, in terms of disseminating information, in terms of getting some low-key therapy. Yes, of course, there are people that are contacting me, man, really want some counseling. Listen, if you all have some referrals, send them to me. I guarantee you I can help them. So send them on in. Jay Love said, I need those sound effects. Okay, Jay Love, I tell you how to get into it. Listen, I hit you up and we'll talk about it. I'll let you know what you got to do to get those sound effects because they be on point. Yes, indeed. We'll put a little reverb in there too. Make that voice do a little something else while we're having fun out here online. So listen, before we get out of here, it's my birthday month. If you want to celebrate with me, donate. Again, I am a content creator. I'm not begging. I ain't begging nobody. But what I'm saying is, if you sow into me, I sow back into you. And we're going to make this thing do what it's designed to do, right? So with that, let's have a toast while we in reverb mode. And somebody said, ooh, chee, chee, ow, wow. That's party time, baby. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. It's party time. You're hanging out with the one. I guarantee you, listen here, it'll never be a dull time around the one if you're hanging out with the one. Listen here, we make everything come to life, right? You know that commercial says we do things, big things to make things come to life. What was that commercial? I know some of you all know it. You put it on the timeline. We make things come to life, right? Okay. So with that, let's toast. Mm. Oh, yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Ooh, yes, indeed. Uh-oh. Wait a minute. Salute. Here we go. Mm. I took the rest of that shot to the head, fam. Okay, scroll back up a little bit. Queen Octavia. Queen Octavia says, Jay loves he. Yeah. They love gangster, baby. Yes, indeed. Okay, Queen Octavia says, some people love to be the victim of every and any circumstance. It's pathetic and self-loathing. I agree with you, Queen Octavia, 100. How many of us agree 100? And, hey, look at that real quick, fam, before we get out of here. Look at what Queen Octavia said real quick. And let's all celebrate that by putting a one on the timeline. If you read it, if you want to participate in it, put a one. If not, that's okay. We don't command and demand that anyone do anything. We just want you here because it's grown folk conversation. Lisa, are you coming to the Pop Doc reunion? I'm undecided on that for 217. I'm undecided. They didn't mention me or my boy in what they was doing because they know that we were very prominent in that because we used to dance back in the day and with DJ, PJ the DJ. I don't know if you remember him, Queen Lalisa Ruscio. PJ the DJ is the one that he spend on the ones and the twos for us, for Ren and I, Lorenzo Patterson. You all don't know that. Peace be upon him. My boy transitioned. Excuse me. We used to dance together back in the day. But yeah, in the Pop Doc, we used to go up there in the Pop Doc and turn it out dancing. My boy and I. So I'm not sure, Lisa. They didn't. No one is. I did get a flyer, but for me to come, they have to invite me and I have to be on what's going on. And that's not being pompous or narcissistic or anything, but for me to come and participate in that, no, they're gonna have to recognize, right? Because I've done so many things pro bono, so many things for free, and haven't really asked for anything. So for me to be there, they're going to have to individually invite me to be there, right? And I'm pretty sure you know what I mean, right? Yeah, yeah, yes, indeed. Yeah, Queen Lalisa, you was too young. Yeah, yeah. You a little bit too young. Thank you, Osun. Practical Magical Healing, Magic Healing Service LLC for certified peer counseling, life coaching, Intuitive Healing. Inbox me. Y'all look under Osun and Naki Isu. The girl is bad. She know her stuff. I promise you. I don't mess with misfits. And when I say misfits, I'm not talking about us, because we all misfits. I'm talking about those that are placating, those that are faking to be something that they're not. But when you hang out with us, listen, y'all hanging out with who? Your host with the most, the one, the apostle, the prophet, the cosmic commander. And where are you at? Wind Down Wednesday, therapy with a sip, grown folk conversation. Before we get out of here, one more time, if you're gonna wish me a happy birthday, put a 3 on the timeline. No, wait a minute. No, put a 6. Put a 6 on the timeline if you're gonna wish me a happy birthday, born day, solar day, solar return day. Put a 6 on the timeline if you're still in the room. Excuse me. If you're still in the room, put a 6 on the timeline. That's an indicator about almost how old I am. So if you're in the room, put a 6 on the time. Yes, indeed. I misspoke. I said 3, but if you're still in the room, put a 6 on the timeline. The one? It's the wine. It's the wine. Everybody good? Y'all good? Before we get out of here, let me look to see if anyone else donated. Thank you, Queen Octavia, for your donation. Yes, indeed. Thank you. Let me look a little deeper here. Let me make sure that I didn't miss it. Okay. It appears that I didn't miss it. But also, thank you, the master teacher, the quantum shifter, the shapeshifter, the code breaker, for your donation. Everyone that has donated, if you donated your time, your ideals, your thoughts, your conversation, gratitude, gratitude. Thank you, Queen Osun. Gratitude. Queen Osun say happy birthday, Baba. Gratitude. Yes, indeed. So, with that in tow, we're going to take this last toast out of here, family. I'm going to knock this little bell back because it's my birthday. I'm going to knock this little bell back and we're going to get up out of here. Is that all right? All right. And again, shout out to Queen Octavia. Let me move out the way again because I want you all to see this backdrop. This thing is immaculate. It is off the chain. And also, I want to shout out all of you all that have donated to help with all of the equipment and the things that we're doing to upgrade here in Wind Down Wednesday. We're gonna shout you out forever. Look at this. Let me remove myself shortly here. Let's wind down Wednesday, baby. Therapy with a shield. Shout out to Queen Octavia, y'all. Shout out to the master teacher, the quantum shifter, the shapeshifter, the code breaker, baby. Shout out to the Prince of Peace, J.P. Hall. Shout out to the songbird, baby songbird. Shout out to B. Black Moses Freedom Festival, BMFF. Queen, none other than Basu, Black Sis. The 6th through the 8th in June, we're going to be down in Beaufort, South Carolina. And you all, man, if you feel like taking a vacation, you really want to be there. It is so beautiful down there. All right? So, Black Moses Freedom Festival, Queen Basu, Black Sis. Beaufort, South Carolina, the 6th through the 8th, June 6th through the 8th. June 6th through the 8th, again. Black Moses Freedom Festival, hosted by none other than Queen Basu. Okay? AKA Ebony Holmes in the ATL. Okay? Also, shout out to DJ Boogie. ATL. All over the place in the ATL. Listen, every Thursday, I guarantee one spot you can catch him. That's going to be at Whiskey BBQ, the owner of Whiskey BBQ. Amazing sister, black owned. Awesome. Okay? So you all want to get there and have an amazing time. We always have an amazing time with her there. Okay? And also, again, shout out to myself. It's my birthday. It's your birthday. It's your birthday. So, I love you all. Thank you all for your time. And we're going to get this toast in before I get out of here. And then let me shout out again. It's very important. I really want to shout this out because they treat me like a king when I go there. BB Whiskey Barbecue. The owner of that is a black sister, man, Deborah. Her name is Deborah. I really want to shout that out. Okay, because they take care of me when I go there. Okay? So here we go. So this is your last opportunity. If you're still in the room, this is your opportunity to put on the timeline, happy birthday, born day, whatever, however way, solar return day, however you want to put it out there. This is your opportunity to do this. Okay? Yeah. Happy birthday, Zaddy. You little midget. Okay. Salute. 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 I took it to the head, fam. All right, listen, as always, y'all know what time it is. Do what? Let me check the timeline, make sure I don't miss anyone. Gratitude, Michelle. I love you back. I love you, girl. Thank you, Queen Osun. I love you. Master Teacher, I love you. Gratitude. Thank you, Queen Lalisa. I love you. Queen Osun, I love you. Queen Octavia, I love you. I love you all. Thank you all. J Love, the love gangster girl. I can't do nothing but give you love back. That's what's up. To all of you all that's on the timeline, I love you all. And with extended grateful gratitude, thank you for the support. Right? Thank you for the support. Thank you for the support. It's one down with you, baby. You're hanging out with your host with the most, the one, the apostle, the prophet, the cosmic commander. Listen, as always, do what? Hold what you got. Muse over it. Cogitate upon it. Ponder on it. Meditate upon it. But by all means, do what? Govern yourselves accordingly. One, love, eternal light, peace, power, prosperity, and what? Good health. In good health.